एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल दैट इज़ सौम्या झा लॉ इन वेन्स। सो आज हम कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट टॉपिक पढ़ने जा रहे हैं. सो दीज डेज देयर हैज़ बीन मैनी केसेस रिगार्डिंग चाइल्ड सेक्शुअल अब्यूज़ एंड दिस टॉपिक इज़ क्वाइट ट्रेंडिंग दीज डेज और काफ़ी सारे अमेंडमेंट्स हो रहे हैं इस टॉपिक को लेकर और न्यूज़ में भी हम देख रहे हैं आजकल कि ये टॉपिक काफ़ी ट्रेंडिंग में. सो आज विल डिस्कस अबाउट POCSO, that is Protection of Child from Sexual Offences Act 2012. हम basically जानेंगे कि what is POCSO, why the need for a separate act, why there is a need for a separate act, what are the features of the act, what have been the amendments which have been done in the act, and yes, which sections are amendment. We'll see each and everything in detail. So let's get started. सबसे पहले व्हाट इज़ द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ पॉक्सो. तो पॉक्सो का फुल फॉर्म है हमारा प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन फ्रॉम सेक्शुअल ऑफेंसेस एक्ट 2012. ओके, सो द क्वेश्चन इज़ कि क्यों ज़रूरत पड़ी हमें पॉस्को की. ठीक है, तो वाई देर इज़ अ नीड फॉर अ सेपरेट एक्ट. बिफोर द पैसेज ऑफ द पॉस्को एक्ट 2012 there were only two punishable sexual offences in the IPC. पहला रेप एंड दूसरा आउटरेजिंग द मॉडेस्टी ऑफ विमेन. सो इस एक्ट के पास होने से पहले देयर वर जस्ट टू पनिशेबल ऑफेंसेस, सेक्शुअल ऑफेंसेस जो आईपीसी के अंडर थे. पहला हमारा रेप है एंड दूसरा आउटरेजिंग द मॉडेस्टी ऑफ अ विमेन. एंड जो लॉ है वो दूसरा लूप होल ये था कि जो लॉ इट डिड नॉट डिस्टिंग्विश्ड बिटवीन द एडल्ट एंड अ चाइल्ड. सो इफ देयर हैज़ बीन एनी क्राइम विच हैज़ बीन कमिटेड अगेंस्ट द एडल्ट देन देयर इज़ द सेम पनिशमेंट. ओके, तो कोई भी क्राइम अगर कमिट हुआ है अगर एडल्ट के अगेंस्ट और या फिर चाइल्ड के अगेंस्ट द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ पनिशमेंट वॉज गिवन. ओके, नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट the features of the act. What are the features of the act? First of all, this act tells about who the child is. So anybody who is less than 18 years of age is a child. It applies to whole of India and provides protection to children under the age of 18 years against sexual offenses. ये complete India में apply होता है and ये protection provide करता है to the children under the age of 18 years against sexual offenses. Okay. Different forms of sexual abuse including but not limited to sexual harassment, pornography, penetrative and non-penetrative assault are defined in this act. What has been defined in this act is given that sexual harassment, pornography, penetrative, non-penetrative assault has been defined. Okay, adequate provisions are made to avoid re-victimization of the child at the hands of judicial systems. Proper provisions बनाए गए हैं so that कि हम री-विक्टिमाइजेशन ऑफ द चाइल्ड को अवॉइड कर सके जब वो जुडिशियल के हाथों में है. Okay, the act states that the investigation should be as child friendly as possible and in the case is disposed of within the 1 year from the date of reporting of the offense. इस एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए वो चाइल्ड फ्रेंडली होना चाहिए जितने हद तक पॉसिबल हो सके, बिकॉज व्हेन द चाइल्ड हैज़ बीन ऑलरेडी गॉन थ्रू दीज काइंड्स ऑफ क्राइम he will not be able to speak that what he has suffered. So it should be as child friendly as it is possible and it should be disposed of within 1 year. एक साल के अंदर अंदर उस केस को हम लोगों को ख़त्म कर देना है from the date reporting of the offense. The act provides for establishment of special courts for trial of such offences and matters related to it. ये जो act है it provides for establishment of special courts. Special courts होना चाहिए for the trial of such offences and matters related to it. Separate courts होना चाहिए for the acts which is committed by which the child has gone through or it is committed by them. Under section 45 of the act, the power to make rules lies in the central गवर्नमेंट. इस एक्ट के सेक्शन 45 के अकॉर्डिंग जो पावर होती है इसमें रूल्स बनाने के लिए पॉक्सो के अंदर इट लाइज विद द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. ओके, the next is to monitor the implementation of the act. The National Commission for the Protection of Child's Right and the State Commission for the Protection of Child Right have been made the distinguished or designated authority, both being statutory authority. सेपरेट बनाए गए, नेशनल लेवल पे NCPCR एंड स्टेट लेवल पे SCPCRs बनाए गए हैं, जिनको अथॉरिटी दी गई है कि वो इसके ऊपर लॉज को मॉनिटर करें, वो कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहे हैं स्टेट में या नेशनल लेवल पे, उसको चेक करें, और दोनों की दोनों स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है. ओके. The next point is Section 42A of the Act provides that in case of inconsistency with provisions of any other law, POCSO Act shall override such provisions. Section 42A के अकॉर्डिंग ऑफ द एक्ट प्रोवाइड्स दैट कि इस ऐसे इनकन्सिस्टेंसी के केस में अगर कोई भी दूसरा लॉ है जो इसके आगे आ रहा है, तो पॉक्सो एक्ट विल ओवरराइड सच प्रोविजन, मीन्स इट विल ओवरपावर सच प्रोविजंस depending on the situation or depending on the case or matter, whatever it is. The act calls for mandatory reporting of sexual offences. There should be a mandatory reporting for sexual offences. And a false complaint with intent to defame a person is punishable under the act. And if there is any kind of false complaint which is filed just to defame a person or just to hamper his reputation in the society, then that is also punishable under the act. Okay, now talking about the recent amendment which has been done. The Rajya Sabha passed a bill initiating the amendment to the POCSO Act by including death penalty for aggravated sexual assault on children, besides providing stringent punishment for other crimes against minors. Okay, so earlier also there were punishment, the punishment was quite stringent, but now it has been made more stringent. The punishment has been made more stringent by including the death penalty for aggravated sexual assault on children. When there is so there will be a death penalty in case of aggravated sexual assaults like rape on children or etc. The proposed changes in the protection of children from sexual offences POCSO Act also provide for fines and imprisonment to curb child pornography. Child pornography के case में भी they have to give fine or there will be an imprisonment under this act. Okay. So what were the earlier amendments which has been done was in the amendments which were done was, this is quite important, you should note it down, was section 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 14, 15, 34, 42 and 45. Okay. Of Protection of Child from Sexual Offences Act 2012 is made address the aspect of child sexual abuse in appropriate manner, and the Supreme Court has also directed setting up of exclusive court to deal with POCSO cases in each district within 60 days. This judgment just came, this statement of Supreme Court just came on 25th of July 2019. So you should know this. And also if we should think that what was the need, then there is the obvious that before the passing of this act there was a case in which what happened that the accused inserted his or penetrated his finger into the vagina of a 5-year-old girl, and at that time that accused was not held that he is culprit or he is the person to be charged of offense, because at that before passing of this act the penetration of finger was not acceptable by the act, and then there was amendment done, and it was said that any kind of penetration will charge of offense. So basically this act discourages the trend of child sexual abuse, and it basically provides that there should be strong penal provisions which should be incorporated in the act, which should be in the interest of children, and which should provide a great punishment or a huge punishment so to the person who is doing these all kinds of thing. So the government aims at giving more stringent punishment and requires that this rising trend of child sexual abuse in the country should fall. And on one hand it basically what it does, it addresses the menace of relatively new kind of crimes on the other hand. So guys, this was all about POXO Act, that why there is a need of the act, what is the act, what are the silent features of the act, and what if there will not be the act, what happened earlier, and what are the amendments which has been done, which are the sections which has been amended. Everything I have described you. So please, if you like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.